Hello and good morning, brothers and sisters. Thank you for tuning in to the Outlaw Almanac Report with me, Brendan the Naked Farmer. It is just past 6 a.m. on your Thursday, the 3rd of May, 2012. We are waking up to temperatures in the upper 60s and expecting to reach the mid 80s. Let's all continue to project rain with our thoughts, and Mother Nature might acquiesce to our desires. Because being positive and thinking about what you want is like giving the universe a blueprint for manifestation. Humans are magnetic, and our thoughts have energy, so whatever we are thinking is being magnetically drawn into reality. Some other electromagnetic influences are those of the sun, moon, and stars. The moon has long been associated with the tides and with moisture levels in general. And I myself have been around a few cats that have given birth, luckily for myself. This is a very touching experience. Actually, one wild cat actually had her babies in the middle of myself and Crystal as we were waking up one Saturday morning. It was very amazing to see this, and it was actually during a full moon. And I've seen other kitties that have had their babies during the new and especially though the full moon. And then there are the old tales of the werewolves being creatures of the full moon. And all these stories must originate somewhere, and I wonder if it has something to do with the way people seem to act a little bit differently around that time. Well, it's something to pay attention to because this weekend we will see that full moon on Saturday. Today, though, our moon is still increasing to 91% illumination, and we are influenced by the Libra constellation. And Libra is the ruler of our kidneys, and it is useful to a plant's reproduction. And this is good to know that this sign is good for root production because the more roots produced, the more water and nutrients that can be acquired. And this is great tips for people in Texas because it's going to get hot pretty soon. And we want our babies to still do well, and they can as long as they have good roots and they can acquire the moisture and energy that they need. So, in your gardens, you can be planting beans, purple hull peas, or any other kind of peas and beans that you like. Just make sure that they are heat tolerant, and these purple hull peas are excellent for that. You can also be planting pumpkins, melons, squash, herbs, peppers, and eggplants. And if you would like to transplant, that is actually is best done this weekend. So put that off until this weekend. But if you want to purchase transplants, you can head out to Bobo's Nursery and Florist in between Buffalo and Jubit. Sorry, in between Buffalo and Jewett. And Bo and Ginger are wonderful women who take great care of all their plants. So do make sure to tell them that the Frugy Doogie one sent you in. I think they'll get a kick out of that. But stick around, and after this quick break, I'll be right back with some information on the euphoric pepper plant. All right, welcome back to the Outlaw Almanac Report. I am Brendan the Naked Farmer, still with you because I have found some very interesting information regarding the wonderfully useful cayenne pepper. And as I shared yesterday about the tale with my lovely wife's finger, there is a long history of cayenne pepper being used as a means of health promoting and also as a food spice. The heat associated with chili peppers comes from the capsaicin, which is inside of the chilies. And this capsaicin is most prevalent in the placental tissue holding the seeds. Then it's also in the internal membrane, and to a lesser extent, it's on the skin of the fruit. The amount of capsaicin will affect the heat or intensity of the pepper, and the Scoville scale has been used to compare different chilies, with sweet bell peppers having a rating of 0, while jalapenos have a 8,000 rating. I don't know what's wrong with my mouth today, huh? Anyway, cayenne has 30 to 50,000. Habanero has a rating of 250 to 350,000 rating, and pure capsaicin has a whopping 15 million rating. So that's incredible. I'd never want to be around that. These ratings are based on the dilutions required to bring heat down to undetectable levels. And I think I'm somewhere in between jalapenos and cayenne pepper still. So I'm way down there. If anybody's up there at the pure capsaicin, that's just crazy. Let me know how that's going. But this is all the Scoville rating is based on human people tolerance. So this is slightly skewed because people's tolerance can fluctuate because when capsaicin is ingested, it seems to trigger the heat response plus a bit of endorphins. And this endorphin release produces joy on the inside of us. Therefore, we associate a bit of joy with the heat produced in our mouth. And this is how people go from one pepper to a hotter pepper. Their brains and mucous membranes become accustomed to the heat and endorphin release, and therefore a more intense heat is required to produce the effects of happiness. So there seems to be plenty of information available online, such as at www.cayennepepper.info. This website shares many fascinating tips about the wonderful uses of cayenne pepper. And I won't go on to some of the major ones. I'd like for you to do your own research. And I'm not a doctor, so I can't really recommend this, but it has information regarding it's being used to help heart attacks, to assist circulation, to lower cholesterol, remove toxins, and plus, we can all use it outside as an insect repellent. So I do encourage everyone to do their own research on this euphoria producing pepper plant and send me your emails to thenakedfarmer@yahoo.com. You can check out my videos on YouTube, and I am also on social networking. And stay tuned for the best rock heard in all of Texas and probably all around the world. Have a great Thursday. Love and gratitude from the Naked Farmer and 93.5 KBHT.